In the last installment of Incredible Critics.
I am back.
Oh, by the way, I took out the fading music since that compressor sucks so bad.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
because it was messing it up anyway.
Yeah, so I just dropped it so that I can just add it.
I mean, you're just doing the intro anyways. Just start talking. Oh, was that the intro?
What?
Was that it? Are we done? You just took the fade out?
No, it's still fun to hear the intro live.
No, I know.
I am back.
In the last installment of Incredible Critics.
I am back. I am back. I am here. And
How's it feel?
And it feels great. I heard I've seen things, Tim. I've seen things.
No.
I've seen some things that I can't unsee.
Have you been training as a baby daddy?
I have been. I am a officially licensed doula. So if you want me to be your doula, it's for the low cost of $20,000 per birth.
What?
That's because
We are the Incredible Critics.
Did that really just cut out?
Incredible, not because we're great, but because Ben took 15 minutes before the episode to prep the music, and it still didn't work. And our credibility is seriously in question.
Yo, I'm so mad.
It's funny. It actually cut out right when my phone buzzed over here. I was like,
Yo, that's so not cool.
well, we're probably making somebody the one person on YouTube.
No, nobody watches on
They're
YouTube.
pretty upset.
No, nobody watches. How?
Megamind is on Netflix now, starting tomorrow.
Whoa, wait, we save some for Netflix Know-How, which we won't have music for.
Sicilian Ghost Story. Is that a sequel to your favorite ghost story?
Oh, I'm so annoyed by this.
Previously on Incredible.
I'm back, guys. I'm back for one episode.
You're peeking so bad.
Everybody.
What?
What? What? Why?
I'm back now.
What? What'd you say, Frankie? Oh, you're not here again
That's what he said.
this week. It's just in.
That is so infuriating. I spent all that time getting everything prepped, and I'll just add it in later. All right. Well, that's par for the course today.
We did it.
We are the Incredible Critics. Incredible, not because we're great, but much like the software that we use to run this show, our credibility should seriously be in question. I am Ben Franco, and I am annoyed because I spent 20 minutes getting all the audio files ready for the show, and then the audio just crapped out on me. So we'll do it live. Joining me as always, Tim Lasers Groover.
You know, you would have had a really good sound clip to play just then,
I would have,
but that's broken.
but it's broken.
So there's that. How's it going, Ben?
Up until 5 minutes ago, really good.
Well, can I just remind you of something, Ben? Maybe this will
Please.
cheer up your day.
Please.
Frankie's not on the episode.
Frankie's
again.
not on the episode.
Ah! He was back for one day, one night only.
Oh, yeah. One show appearance.
Yep.
Yeah, Frankie's not here. He is off with dealing with baby mama drama. No, it's actually not. He's working a ton. Aaron, I was just kidding. Don't hate me.
Don't hate.
I mean,
Please don't hate.
please don't hate. It's fine if you hate, as long as you listen. This week, we're going to be talking about what's on, and then going over Netflix and Know-How. So, Tim, you have anything interesting going on in your life this week?
All kinds of things, but just
All
today
the
I
things.
took we're going to get our girls a new bed. We've had all the girls on a triple bed where
Oh.
it's like a bunk bed and then there's another bed hidden underneath.
Nice.
Except my dad and I built it 4 years ago when we moved into this house,
Uh-huh.
and we overbuilt it quite a bit. And so
Oh, no.
we spent most of this morning. I want to say from like 9 something to lunch, taking the bed apart, disassembling it, and taking it downstairs. Oh man, we really overbuilt that thing.
Oh wow.
There were so many screws in there and so many. But listen, it held together.
That's most important.
Yeah, we weren't getting. We just need that space. So that was fun. So after last week's door hijinks,
Whoa.
and this week was take apart the giant monstrous bed hijinks. Life's been pretty crazy.
I hear you. After the last episode that I was on, so 2 weeks ago, the day after, I traveled an hour to buy a playset.
Yes.
And then got it back down to my house. Over the next like 3 nights, put it back together because that thing weighed a ton.
Yeah.
Thankful for my father-in-law for helping me put it back together. It was insane. And then did a bunch of landscaping and all throughout been fighting off a cold. So I'm like going 2 weeks strong on this cold. It's so annoying.
So Ben, I have a question for you.
Sure.
You may have noticed that I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
I did notice you're
Because
wearing a
guess
Spider-Man
what?
shirt.
This very day that this episode is debuting is the day that Spider-Man Far From Home comes out. Not a sponsor. Did you know that it comes out on a Tuesday?
I didn't know it came out on
Nobody
Tuesday.
did. They were actually putting ads out that said, "Yeah, it does come out on Tuesday. For real, get your tickets."
It's a Tuesday. That's so weird. Movies.
It's weird. I think it's because of the 4th of July. They decided.
Yeah, but that's still weird.
It's still weird. Also, here's the other thing: showtimes start at like normal daytime showtimes.
So it starts at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, like
is the
depending
first
on your
showing?
theater. Yes, the first showing is not tonight
Oh,
at
that's
7 or midnight. It's
that's really
tomorrow at 9 or 10 or 11 a.m.
Are you gonna go see it?
Real weird. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
I mean, the good thing is it'll get like a crazy opening weekend score.
Yeah, I think
probably
that's what
count
they're
Tuesday.
Again, because of the 4th of July, it's like. My question to you is: are you going to see it opening week? Now that you have like 6 days to see it, for it to count.
That's true. That is the biggest shot for me.
The biggest bonus that.
Yeah, the biggest chance of me seeing it opening weekend. I actually do want to see it. All the reviews for it are really good.
Yeah, they are.
I don't have any time this week, so I have no idea when I would actually go see it. But considering it's one of like the 3 top movies that's left to come out for our summer movie wager,
That's true.
I kind of want to go see it because I have a feeling where it lands on the top 10 will determine at this point who the winner is.
That's true. That's true.
Currently, Tim, you are leading.
What?
With 50 points.
Oof, I had 54 last week.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you came down. I think your highest was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago at 58.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're still in the lead though with 50 points. I am next up with 48.
Oh, that means Frankie must have dropped a lot because the last time I looked, Frankie and I were tied.
Yeah, Frankie dropped a good bit. Yeah, you guys are tied at 55. Now Frankie's down to 45. Finally, Rocket Man is finally getting him.
It did its debut. Did it not make as much money as Frankie thought it would? Huh.
Yeah. Or Dark Phoenix. I think he had Dark Phoenix as well.
Yeah, he probably did.
yeah,
I
yeah,
honestly
yeah,
didn't even put it on the.
Nope. So he's down to 45. Tuna is down to 40 points.
Okay,
So,
well, it's anyone's game.
I mean, I think it's between me and you.
It probably, yeah, but it's one of those things. What I think could seriously undercut my points is The Lion King.
Right, and that's why I say it's
yeah.
between The Lion King and Superman Far From Home. Superman Far From Home. That's it. Yep, that's the name of it.
I still think Spider-Man's going to make more money, but the thing is on my list is The Lion King going to make more than Aladdin?
Right,
because I had Aladdin up there, right above The Lion King. and
Right.
that may have been a mistake. Mistakes were made. We'll see.
So I have Toy Story 4 second, then The Lion King, then Spider-Man Far From Home. You have Spider-Man Far From Home, Aladdin, and then The Lion King. Now, I'm feeling good about my Toy Story 4 pick. That's doing pretty well so far at 238 million. But Aladdin, man, 306 million.
Yep.
I did not see
It
that one
surprised
coming.
a lot of people because there was a lot of bad reactions early on to the trailers, but
Right.
it was so good.
It's really where Lion King and Spider-Man Far From Home fall.
Right.
I think that will completely determine whether you or I win. So
This is it, folks.
this is it. We have
This final stretch.
2 months. 2 months left.
2
'cause
whole
all
months of the
July,
final
all of
stretch.
August.
Yeah.
So, yep, halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
At least Tuna is. Oh, well, let's go ahead and kick into it and talk about what we've been watching in What's On.
What's on?
That was it. That was nailed it. Tim, you've been watching anything interesting this week?
Well, I've been, let's see, Brittany and the girls were in Pittsburgh for most of the week. And so I was doing my honeydew list. It was like the week to do it.
So
the girls are
your honeydew list of all 21 Marvel films before Spider-Man Far From Home
How
comes
did
out.
you know that was the list? No. So I was doing that, but I while I was doing that, let me think. I had different shows on while I was doing stuff. One of them I talked to you guys about. I rewatched some of Arrested Development, the recut Arrested Development
Of season 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So season 4 came out. They did it totally different because they couldn't get anybody to film at the same time, but they had to make it for whatever reason poorly.
Yeah.
And so then almost immediately afterwards, a fan recut the whole season. And
Crazy.
it was like,
Way better.
way better. And then the director officially did a new cut for Netflix. And now I don't think you can even pick the original.
You can. It's under like more
You gotta
or
find
something like
it.
that.
Yeah.
It's buried, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But man, that season, it suffered from so many different things. 22 episodes.
Yeah.
That's like it was like 20 episodes too many.
The recut made it better, but still not good.
Yes. Exactly. It did make it better. From what I watched, it made it better. But yeah, no, not
It's
great.
such a shame because that show seasons 1 to 2 are like perfect. Season 3 is good.
Yeah.
But season 2 is like a perfect show to me.
Yeah.
I've literally that show I can literally say that I've watched 6 or 7 times the entire way through.
Right.
Well,
Right.
I can't say the entire way through. Seasons
But
1 through
not
3.
season 4 or
No.
5. Now, I can't remember. We talked about it on the show. Did you watch 5?
I started watching 5 and just
Okay.
couldn't get into it.
Yeah, we'll see if I even watch. I don't know. But yeah, I did. I checked out some other stuff. So Netflix has there was an anime from the 90s that was like lost in licensing forever. Nobody had it. Neon Genesis.
Yeah, I've heard a lot
Evangelion.
about that.
Yeah, so Netflix got the rights, which was cool. People were stoked.
Yep.
And then Netflix recast the entire show and redubbed it with a new voice cast.
And slightly new script.
Yes, yeah, slightly new script that supposedly is more accurately translated.
Right.
But there's some like lines that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of backlash against that. I watched and or listened through a bunch of them, not the whole season. And I mean, I honestly don't remember what it was like before. I remember seeing it before, but don't really remember what the original dub was. It was fine. I don't know. It's still paced really weird.
Yeah,
I think it's just because it's of the time it was in.
sure.
Some of those old, just like an old TV show is paced strange. It's the same thing. So, but yeah, what have you been watching, Ben?
So I've been watching a show called Designated Survivor
With Kiefer
with
Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. Have
It's
you
like
watched?
24, but he's the president.
Have you ever watched
We
Designated Survivor? We talked
did
about it
watch
once in the show.
pilot, and I did not. I don't think I maybe watched one more. I don't think I watched anything else. It's
So
on Netflix, though, right?
it is on Netflix.
Okay.
Apparently, season 3 gets like way mature.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they start like swearing a bunch and all that stuff. But season 1 and 2 are like pretty family friendly show. It drew a lot of comparisons to 24 because they amped it up because of Kiefer Sutherland.
Right.
It's
And
not
it was maybe about terroristic plots.
somewhat, but it is mostly a political drama.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the show. It so badly wants to be the West Wing and isn't.
It wants to be the West Wing, but it also wants to be 24, but it can't be
But
either.
it fails at both. Yes.
Oh.
100%.
So what network made that? Is it Fox?
I thought
Or is it like
was-
NBC or something?
I thought it was a major network like ABC, NBC, CBS.
Yeah. Did they want to? Do you think they wanted to do their own, like, what channel has that show about where there's a terrorist, where there's like a prisoner of war comes home and he's been brainwashed? You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about
Homeland,
Oh, Homeland.
that one. Do you think they wanted their own Homeland?
Well, I mean, there's that.
But
There's
mostly presidential.
there's also what was it called? Blind Spot. Blind.
Oh,
blind
right.
something.
Oh, where she's the CIA.
Yeah. So there's tons of that. Maybe. I mean, it could have been. But for the most part, like,
It's just not. Just doesn't.
I mean, they try to do walk and talks, but they're not as good.
Hmm.
And then so I turned to Chelsea. I'm like, they're like in the middle of a walk and talk, and I turned to Chelsea. I'm like, this show so badly wants to be the West Wing, and she's like, would you give it a chance? Like, stop it. Then the very next episode, Timothy Busfield, who you don't know by name, but he played Danny on the West Wing, shows up in the show.
Oh.
And I just bust out laughing.
They're trying to get the West Wing crowd.
She's
in
like,
on this.
okay, maybe it's trying to be the West Wing. Yeah. So it's trying to be 24, trying to be West Wing, isn't as good at being either of those things.
That's a shame.
Yeah, skip that one.
That's a
that.
skip.
Yep. But let's go over and talk and jump into our segment, letting you know what you should watch, called Netflix Know How.
Make it rain. Nailed it.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. Tim, you were saying that there's not a lot coming into Netflix, at least on the list that you saw. I think that there's a ton coming to Netflix this July,
Look,
that has just premiered, that I think
I'll
is
say,
fantastic.
I did just find a new list that's more accurate.
All right, so let's start off with a couple of things that just recently came out in June. First off, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yo, that's blown up on Netflix.
Haven't
that's like
seen
a top
it.
watch, though.
Haven't seen it, but I can't wait to watch it.
Yes. I can't wait to add it to my queue. I hear you, Ben.
Won best animated film last year. And
It won everyone's hearts, Ben.
and won everyone's hearts. Literally, I don't know another film from last year that's so universally loved.
Look, I know a guy who they had never seen it and decided to watch it. And within the first 2 days of it being on Netflix, they watched it 3 times.
Oh, wow. That's pretty intense.
It is seriously really good. Now, we haven't seen the new Spider-Man movie that comes out today, but Into the Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie. But we'll see, because some of these new reviews are saying the new Spider-Man. But anyways,
We'll
it's
see.
big.
We'll see. Also in June, I know, Tim, you were really looking forward to Dark season 2.
Ben, are you talking about that show that's in a different language?
So
That's called Dark.
it is in a different language. If you choose to,
You can watch it
that way.
dubbed over, right?
You can watch it subbed or dubbed.
Okay. It's live action, just so everybody knows, and German, right?
It is. So this is the most
This is Ben's
accessible
bread
show.
and butter. Now, it's not in black and white for the most part.
But you can
Maybe
turn
kind
the
of
saturation
filter.
down on your
Maybe it does
screen.
turn black and white. Who's to say?
I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Crank that saturation way
Oh.
down. Put on the bend
All
mode.
the way. Yeah.
Saturation down.
That'd be so great if I could come out with a mode
Bend
for
mode.
TVs. You have cinematic, sport,
Yeah.
bend mode.
But then you'd have all these directors and actors coming out and be like, "This is how you turn off bend mode on your TV. That's not how cinema was meant to be watched."
I'd be okay with that. So Dark is a family saga. This is IMDb synopsis. A family saga with a supernatural twist set in a German town where the disappearance of 2 young children exposes the relationships among 4 families. This show, all right, so first off, what I'll say is that it benefits from a binge, because I started season 2 having forgotten most of season 1, and so I'm trying to get
You're like, wait, who is what?
reacquainted
Doesn't
with
help
everything.
that they speak a different language.
It doesn't, because
you're
I
trying
do
to
watch
keep
it
up.
subbed.
You haven't taken German in a long time. Sorry, keep going.
Because I do watch it subbed, because I'm not a barbarian.
Oh, okay.
But it is real. All right, so first off, it's mature, so it's a good vid angel. We'll start there.
Okay.
But it is such a solid show. It is so good. It weaves such an intricate story that you have to pay attention. You have to follow the characters. And I don't want to give anything away, but just it builds in this way that feels both plausible and makes sense and is difficult to follow, but if you follow it, really pays off. And watching all of these storylines come together is just brilliant. It is such a good show. Highly recommend it. That is Dark season 2. Tim, I think if I win the summer movie major, I'm going to make you watch Dark.
Make me watch that. Okay. That sounds good. And
it's
if I win,
it's
we'll
already
be
got
watching
sorry.
Netflix's The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants season 3.
Right? But Dark already does have season 3 lined up and planned and
Cool.
signed on, and it'll be a trilogy. So it'll be 3 seasons, and then they're going to end it.
But Ben, I think there's a more important season 3
There is a
That's
very
coming
important season 3.
this week to Netflix. Stranger Things.
I can't wait for this.
Oh, I figured you were queuing the trailer.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
post.
it'll be in there.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be in there.
okay.
in post. Yeah, no,
Yo, I'm so pumped. It looks
it looks
re-
so good.
it really looks like they actually amped things up in the right most right way.
Yeah, well, because they kind of took a step back in season 2.
Yeah, they took a step back, but then they also tried to basically just they basically just took a knob and were like, well, if we had 1 monster, let's set the monster level to 2 this time.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a joke and say they turned it up to 11.
No, but based on that season 3 trailer, Ben, it looks like they have.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It does. It looks awesome.
I mean, I don't know of a bigger show right now. I don't know of a show that has when The Office was out, you knew it was kind of defining the 2000s. I don't know of a better show for the late 2010s than Stranger Things to define this era of television.
Yeah, I think this is the ultimate nostalgia trip show. So,
But they do it better than other nostalgia trips.
they do it the best. I think they do it the best because they don't just. It's not just, hey, we're wearing 80s clothes and talking like 80s, so rad, my dude.
Right.
And then randomly playing a song that some people thought was okay in the 80s.
You mean like Captain Marvel?
Oh. No, but they really do it the best. They really are. I don't really know how to describe it, but they kind of just capture the essence of the 80s,
100%.
in like just the right way. So I'm pumped. Now, question based
Yes.
on the trailer, because there was the big trailer. Who do you think is the voice?
I honestly
That's
haven't watched the trailer.
Okay. I'll just say there's a voice. Maybe it's a person that's infected.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yep.
You were trying to play the trailer before the episode
I was
started.
trying. Yeah.
It worked.
Yep.
But-
I tried.
Anyways, yeah. So Stranger Things, that comes out 4th of July.
Yeah, on 4th of July. Why not?
Okay.
And I heard ads for it on the radio. I've
Right.
seen ads for it like everywhere. I mean,
Everywhere.
it's gonna be an
Literally.
event.
I will say, I think with July, the spread is stacked more in the beginning for Netflix this month. There's a ton of stuff that just comes out today.
Yeah.
Well, the July 1st. Caddyshack's, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the worst one. Cloverfield, the original and best one.
Oh,
I think it's
debatable.
I think it's
Debatable.
best. Actually, I haven't watched it probably since I think I own it.
It is really good. I own it as well. It is a really solid film.
Yes.
I think that
You think
uh,
that Cloverfield Lane is better?
yeah. I mean, I'd have to watch both of them. I
It's
think
a
it's better
different-
acted because of
Yes.
what's Goodman?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, that's it. He's just phenomenal. So I think
Yeah.
that kind of elevates it just a little bit for me. But
Yeah, and so there's some other stuff on here. I know I'm pumped for Megamind. Megamind is one of those movies. It's animated. It's real weird. But it's Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, and I can't remember who is the leading lady. But it's just Will Ferrell being weird. Will Ferrell as a super villain, like in a super fake like Superman world. It's just real silly and weird. And I
Tina
love it.
Fey is the female
Right, Tina
lead.
Fey, right. I feel like maybe they must have taken a long time to make that, because it's definitely Will Ferrell just doing Will Ferrell stuff as a super villain. Like what kind of let's turn Will Ferrell up to 11 and just see what kind of a super villain he would make.
Isn't Will Ferrell always turned up to 11 though?
Yeah, probably.
Right. Well, if you do get to mid to late July and you're looking for something to watch, let me suggest to you July 19th, the 4th season of Last Chance U.
What is that, Ben?
Last Chance U is this little known docu-series about, I know I've talked about it on the show, about junior college football. It's an intense look inside the world of junior college football, chronicling the story of players and coaches
Right.
in the classroom and on the field. What draws you in is this is about football, but it's not about football. It's about college sports. It's about, it's about economics and, being stuck in economic classes. It's about, has all of these underlying themes that are just absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it's cool.
Have you checked out any of Last Chance U?
No, I still haven't, but it's because I totally forgot that you talked about it on the show. But no, yeah, no, that does look really good.
Don't be turned off for like non-sports fans. Don't be turned off by the fact that it's a sports docuseries, because it's like not really about that. It is a hard TVMA. If you can imagine junior college or college football,
Right.
you can imagine what some of those conversations look like. But then imagine that they're not very good.
Oh, okay. Then imagine they're not really good at football. So
Right.
yeah.
So that's some of it, but some of it, like also because they're in junior college, these are a lot of kids that went to like D1 schools and then like got
Right.
kicked out for a myriad of reasons.
Yeah,
Uh,
could be
but
anything.
it
And
is it is fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, something else that might catch your eye, Ben.
Ooh,
If you thought you liked Designated Survivor,
oh gosh,
prepare yourself for Designated Survivor 60 Days.
yeah,
It's a Netflix original and it's in Korean and it's Designated Survivor but Korea.
stop it.
I'm not kidding you.
I saw that on the list, but I thought it was just something related to.
No, it's legitimate. It's been adapted to be Korea.
I'm not
Ben,
gonna lie,
this might be your jam.
I may
I'm just
watch
saying.
this.
You're like, Ben, I know you've been sitting there thinking, I wish that 24 and West Wing and
We're in Korean.
Korea had a baby. Specifically South Korea. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a thing, Ben.
Oh.
It's a thing.
I mean, I'm at least gonna have to watch the pilot, right?
Look, yes. Oh, definitely.
I
Definitely.
mean, that I have to do.
Yeah. You do. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks good, but yeah, there's some good stuff coming to Netflix.
This is a big month for Netflix.
Yeah, people should. They're really like hitting a ton of stuff. Sugar Rush season 2 comes out. I mean, come on.
Come on. But truthfully, Orange is the New Black for anybody that likes that. I've never watched it, but
Yeah, me neither.
a lot of people seem to like it.
I mean, I think Orange is the New Black is the Netflix show with the most seasons.
That's probably true. It's like
It's the Netflix original that somehow survived past season 3.
7. Yeah. Yep, season 7. But yeah, I mean, lots of good stuff. Let us know what you are watching on Netflix this month. You can connect with us at Facebook, facebook.com/incrediblecritics, Twitter, twitter.com or at 3criticspod, Instagram at Incredible Critics, Etsy
Certain
at
Etsy?
Incredible Critics,
What?
something or other.
Just Google it.
Just Google it. I'm sure it exists. Somebody's making fan art of our podcast.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Unfortunately, we don't get any of that money, but that's
Oh.
okay. Until next week, we are the Incredible Critics.
Is the music over yet?
The music's over. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
How could we have forgotten to talk about The Croods? That one animated movie about it's a family and they're all cave people. And
Yeah.
And nobody watched that. But
Yeah.
it's on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
Get it while it's hot,
Uh-huh.
everybody.
Uh-huh.
July 29.
Oh yeah.
July's going out with a bang.
Oh yep.
Way to go.
The Croods.